When in doubt, always turn to the creative arts, its ancient art, holistic healing. Welcome back, everyone. I have been, I got goosebumps. That means I'm about to talk about the right thing. Okay, I want to dedicate this video on learning to let go. Learning to let go of those that no longer serve you when it comes to relationships. Received a comment from a young lady, two of them actually. Oops, one popped out. And the one comment that really struck my heart was from a young man. And the one thing I want to say to women first before I get into this whole process of how I've learned to let go of what no longer serves me. The best way I can say it, I'm sorry, there's just so many thoughts going on in my head right now. Sorry, give me a moment. I was just cleaning my ass off downstairs. Came upstairs to work on the laptop. When you're so into somebody, I mean so into them, and they're not into you, especially when they're only into you for a piece of ass and they're willing to admit it, don't take it as a form of rejection. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. It's only normal to take it personal. That's because your ego is getting hurt, because especially when you had more higher expectations of what you wanted the relationship to turn out to be. Never look at it as an end. Look at it as a complete. You went as far as you could with that person. And learn something of yourself. Learn your new limits. Learn what you've learned within yourself. Learn the red flags that you did not notice, that you chose to sweep under the carpet, that you knew better than to propel forward with the situation. Done it more than once. Okay. I have to say that I know this sounds weird coming from a woman, but women, we have to be careful how we handle men too. Men are just as sensitive as us women, if not more sensitive. We're more in tune sometimes more than they are. Hence why I feel men are more sensitive than women, because they're so raised in American culture to deal with their feelings with zeroness. And that's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Guys cry. I have a brother. I have his friends. There's so many different men. I counsel just as many men as I do women recently. Before it was just women. Now it's men and women. And if there's anything I've learned about men, they have the most tenderest heart. Some men out there can be so kind. Some men have fucked up so bad in life, only to, enter their 40s or 50s or 60s, even 30s, to realize that, there's a bigger picture. A lot of us women do the same thing too. It's like the man trying to find the even middle ground of, being the man and being a gentleman. No different than a woman trying to find the middle ground, trying to be a lady, as opposed to the riot girl, because when you're the riot girl, you have to deal with the men that just basically look at you as like you're a fetish. And if you dress like a doll, you'll be played with like a doll. Same thing with the men. I mean, if you guys are going to, go out there and flash money or do this or do that, wherever you're at, you have to be prepared for the bitches to come about, just like us women got to be prepared for the assholes to come about. It's like this one post that I read from Soul Child. I forget exactly how it went, but it's like finding the right guy that finds the right woman or whatever. It's like trying to pull the sword out of the stone. The right one will pull it out. Don't just fall for anybody, especially sex. It's some people get so caught up in sex. Like, they think they're making love because they got that eye contact. That doesn't necessarily mean you're bonding. I mean, sometimes they're just watching their own porno flick. I've said that before. It happens and it sucks. But learn something of yourself. I mean, especially my last situation. It's like, I mean, you guys saw the one video where I dated the one guy who was abusive, and then the other relationship I was in right after that, which obviously was way too soon, it was more curiosity with us both, you know, with each other, stuff of that nature. But if you're not getting the respect and you're not being treated the way you want to, don't ever feel like you have to compromise yourself. Never be afraid to be alone. Because sometimes the very confidence of being alone and walking alone can draw in the very person that will admire that in you. Some people, I mean, when you hold on to so much woe, it's like in this one book called The Toltec. I highly suggest to the young man out there, get the book The Toltec, The Four Agreements. Get the book The Artist's Way. I've done that book at least 3 times over the last 10 years. I've read The Toltec 5 times. And definitely Majesty of Love. It's about relationships. That's also by Don Miguel Ruiz. And that whole feeling, they call it the parasite. And the inner emotions that we feed ourselves, the self-judgment and all that shit, that's like sugar, because parasites grow on sugar. Don't give yourself that sugar, because technically in real life, sugar is not good for you anyway. So, take a good look at yourself in the mirror. Know how beautiful you are. Know how handsome you are. Know your worth. Write it out. Write what you want in detail in a spouse. Feel it. Breathe it. Smell it. With work, with friends, with anything. What helped me get out of my funk, and oh God, when I think of some of the heartbreaks I've had in life, and then sometimes I look back at some of them and I can actually laugh about it now. I'm like, oh, what was I thinking? You know, but that's the essence of what makes me who I am today. And what you're going through right now is going to make the essence of the supreme being you're about to become and becoming. Don't beat yourself up. Don't judge yourself, please. Know that you are love. And just because people don't love you the way that you want to be loved, continue to love others the way you want to be loved, because it will surface. You just have to give it time. It's like a crock pot. Everybody's in this fast food mentality all the time. You know, enjoy the crock pot. Simmer for greatness. Wait for the greatness to come. Like being a kid, you know, beginning of the year, and you're like, oh, I want this for Christmas, or you know, that little kid feeling you used to have. You know, have that same feeling, excitement when you wake up in the morning. You know, just tell yourself you love yourself every morning. I tell myself every day I wake up, I am so happy and ever so grateful now that I am continuously surrounded by kind, loyal, forgiving, understanding, compassionate, protective, humorous, laughing, and lovable people every day of my life. Try saying that every day. Or when you're feeling low, say it at that moment. And you'll be very, very surprised within 48 hours how fast your life can change. It's amazing. I really don't know what else to say on it. I'm going to try meditating on it for the next hour. And I'm going to leave a link below the video, and you might want to check out the link maybe within the next day or two. And I'm going to try blogging a few stories that I've been through in my life, how I was able to get over certain heartaches. I really, 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 really want to do my whole 3rd book on heartaches. I really was going to call it Every Shade of Asshole, well, going through every shade of gray. But I decided to, I don't know, dodging assholes. There's so many different names. Or learning heartache. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But give me some time, because I am still dealing with my PTS and other issues. And I'm very proud of myself that I'm moving along quite swiftly. And I'm eager to help others and comfort them, because I know how important it is to feel comfort. It's such a priceless, priceless gift to feel comfort. And I'm going to try my best to bring you some comfort. I forgot to show the card that popped out from my Heartfelt Oracle cards when I was shuffling at the beginning. Give yourself compassion now as you would for others. It couldn't be more perfect. Give yourself the advice that you would give one of your friends of exactly what you are going through. The pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow.